Friends, very good morning. Today, I will share with you the information on worship, homage, or in Indian culture, we term this as puja. Why do we do puja? Why it is required? Why we all go to God? The system of puja, it relates to religions, gods, and Bhagwans. In some religions, there is an elaborate system of rituals for puja. In some, there is a simple method of prayer. But yes, as on today, it is performed all over the world. But if we see the root of it, it was started, it means the birthplace of South Asia. Primarily, there are four major religions in which the first is Hinduism, second is Buddhism, third is Jainism, and fourth is Sikhism. All these religions are originated in India. Christianity and Islam, it was originated in Southwest Asia, for which Jerusalem, Mecca, and Medina are important places. In all these religions, the concept of God exists. Only Sikhism concentrates on Guru, but the system of puja and prayer is associated with all the religions. Today, we are living in 20th century, but yes, the belief, the trust on God has increased tremendously. If we have to understand the purpose of puja, like why to do puja? To understand this, we will have to go back in the early stages of human civilizations, when man was a jungle dweller and without shelter, because the system of reference to some unknown power started emerging in that period. This will define the causes also which drive human beings to perform puja. Basically, the puja started, the system of puja emerged to get protection of unknown powers from natural calamities, hazards, disasters in the early period. And yes, in the initial stages, man was a food hunter, fisher, and without shelter. So obviously, they were looking for some cosmic energy, some positive superpower. And to avoid, to save from storms, heavy rain, floods, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, there were many things. So they started looking for protection from these events. They must have visualized the role of an unknown superpower, and they started worshipping to such powers. If I talk about Ved, then in ancient India, when the system of worship was there, it was for god of fire, that is Agni Dev, that is god of wind, Vayu Dev, that was god of water, Varun Dev, and god of sun, that is Surya Dev, thunderbolt gods, Indradev. In the Ved, they worship all these gods, and all god has different responsibilities. They are responsible to protect you from certain things. Now, if I have to talk about different problems, different gods, the video will go longer. That I will talk in another video. In this, I'll talk about how the rise of Puja started. As Hinduism developed from Vedic religion, there is a multiplicity of gods and goddesses. Hinduism is basically performed by Hindu religion. There are hundreds of puja systems associated with gods. There is a multiplicity of religious books. The concept of Tridev, which is Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh, developed in the early stages of Hinduism. The system of worship was designed to please a particular god for obtaining some blessing and rewards. This puja, this worship, is for fulfillment of human desires, wants, freedom from sufferings, for offsprings, for marriage, for rise in status and position, for health, wealth, and other desires. The ancient kings organized Ashwamedh Yajna. The Ashwamedh Yajna was for enlarging their kingdoms and empires. If we talk about Ramayana, even Raja Ram took recourse to this yajna, and the horse of the yajna was caught by his children Love and Kush, which triggered a war between father and sons. Yajna is an elaborate system of puja, which is practiced even today with a particular purpose, and there is no doubt that the purpose is not fulfilled. However, the type of puja is different. If we talk about Lord Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the Krishna mentioned men of a small intelligence worship the demigods, and their fruits are limited and temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planets of the demigods, but my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet. And that is the reason, as on today, in all over the world, you will see Bhakt of Krishna. Everybody is following Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Why? Of course, there is some power. There is something which is benefiting you. So, God is there. God exists. There is nothing which we say or we doubt on existence. We did not see the COVID virus, but we believed. We have seen the consequences. There are many things on this planet which we don't see with our naked eyes. But does it mean that that has no existence? No, that has. So, in order to understand the God, in order to understand the worship method, in order to understand the benefit of this puja, worship, we must understand the procedure. We must go into it. We must read about it. Or we must follow authentic speakers who talks on authentic information about God, about puja, about worship. Yes, there are many gods. But as if you see a ministry, in a ministry there is a president and there are ministers. All the ministers have their portfolios. Same goes in this system. So, let's try to understand why we do puja, what all is there, what is God, how it is helping us, and more importantly, trust. We have to have trust. If we don't trust, how will we move forward? You go to a doctor. Just try to understand. You go to a doctor. You say your problem. What doctor do? Doctor gives you medication. And you start taking the medication, having the positive effect of it in the mind that yes, doctor has given me medication, it is the right medication, so it will help me and you get cured. So this system is also following the same. When you go to gurus, when you go to Pandit, when you go to Bhikkshuk, when you go to Pujari, share your problem. And the person will give you remedy. You follow it. But when you follow it with 100% trust. If you don't have trust, please don't go. Please don't come to me. Go to someone when only you trust. And with the trust, with the positive effect of it, with the positive thought process, it will result into positive result. It is result into positive processor. So, puja is very important. We also do whatever time we have. We have 5 minutes, we have 10 minutes, we have 15 minutes, or we have 2 hours, or we have 24 hours. Let's do puja. This will help you to get peace. This will help you to identify you. This will help you to reach to ultimate power, superpower, that is God. Hare Krishna.